going on, everybody? This is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity.
And I'm Alana, aka Mrs. In10sity.
And our job is to
invoke thought
and help awaken the world's consciousness.
One person at a time.
Hopefully, that person is you. Now, we want to get into a topic that most of y'all overlook. We put it in our tea. She juices with it.
Juice, smoothies, possibly. Food. You can put it in anything. So we're gonna get into how the benefits of it.
Now, excuse me, but we always say, like, sometimes when you get a stomach ache, your mom says drink some ginger ale, right?
Yeah.
It helps out with nausea. But let's go to the purest form of ginger, the actual ginger root. And the serious benefits behind ginger, which it is in the turmeric family. Now, we're going to get some benefits, hope to educate you. Whenever we get to, cooking, Mrs. In10sity is the best at that. As we know, I'm not the greatest in the world, but it's okay. I got my woman right here to help me out with it. So, yeah, how about that? All right, so let's get into the benefits of ginger. Now, ginger is surprisingly the most widely used dietary condiment in the world today. It's actually part of the plant family that includes turmeric and cardamom, which may explain why the health benefits of ginger are so extraordinary. Now, the Chinese and the Indians have used ginger tonics to treat ailments for over 4,000 years, and it was a priceless commodity during the Roman Empire. Now, they say, what makes ginger so good for us? The one word, ginger roll. Now, one of the 115 different chemical components found in ginger root, the therapeutic benefits come from ginger rolls. The oily residue from the root acts as a highly potent antioxidant and anti-inflammatory agent. Now, these bioactive ingredients, especially ginger roll, have been thoroughly evaluated clinically, and the research backs up why you should use ginger on a regular basis. Now, we're sure a lot of y'all don't understand the serious benefits of ginger and what the big fuss was about so many thousands of years ago. But let's get into the first one.
All right, the first one is stroke and heart disease. Now, these are two of the biggest killers on the planet, and it may be kept at bay with regular ginger use, especially when eaten with other superfoods. Now, garlic, ginger, and onions all have an anti-blood clotting ability when they're eaten together. They're a powerful mainstay against heart attacks and strokes.
That's wild. And now here's one of the other ones is indigestion and nausea, which we know about. Now, they say whether we're talking about curing a simple tummy ache or severe morning sickness, ginger has been used for thousands of years as an effective digestive aid and natural remedy for nausea. Now, recently, Taiwanese researchers discovered that 3 capsules of ginger can actually help the stomach release its contents into the small intestines in people with diaspepsia. Diaspepsia. I hope y'all don't have it. A condition in which 40% of patients suffer from abnormally delayed gastric emptying. This is the one reason why ginger
It was dyspepsia.
Dyspepsia, okay. Yeah, dyspepsia right there, okay. This is one reason why ginger helps people who are bloated, constipated, and have other gastrointestinal disorders. It relaxes the smooth muscle in your gut lining and helps food move along throughout the system. Key takeaway, eating whole ginger, drinking fresh ginger juice, and inhaling diffused ginger oil are all highly effective ways to curb stomach disorders, which is why I'm getting ginger soap.
Right. Oh, yes, exactly. Now, the next one is malabsorption. It helps with malabsorption.
Everybody needs this.
Exactly, especially when you're having problems absorbing food.
Right.
Now, proper food transport and nutrient absorption from the mouth throughout your colon is the mainstay to health. If food gets stuck somewhere in between, it can ferment, rot, or even worse, cause obstruction, which is a life-threatening emergency. Now, improper digestion can also cause improper assimilation of the nutrients in your food. Either way, both cause malabsorption, and your body suffers from nutrient deficiencies. This is why ginger is so important. Like we've seen above, it helps promote regular digestion and metabolism of your food, and is largely responsible for promoting a strong immune system. Wow, y'all, that's super huge.
Next. Now, a lot of y'all immunities are really compromised, and you really struggle with, this summer, the pollen, all that good stuff.
And sinus infections.
And all that stuff. Colds, sneezing, stuffy heads. Well, it's going to help you out with your immunity as well. Let's get into it. Now, Ayurvedic medicine has praised ginger's ability to boost the immune system before recorded history. It believes that because ginger is so effective at warming the body, it can help break down the accumulation of toxins in your organs. It is also known to cleanse the lymphatic system, our body's sewage system, which gets affected when you use what? Chemicals in your skin. Think about it. We talked about this. Now, by opening up these lymphatic channels and keeping things clean, ginger prevents the accumulation of toxins that make you susceptible to infections, especially in the respiratory system. Combining ginger oil and eucalyptus oil is an effective remedy to boost immunity and improve breathing.
And it also says that it's not people don't realize that ginger can help prevent viruses and cure viruses as well, like herpes and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. That's another thing that you guys did not know. Mm-hmm. Now with bacterial infections, it also does good with that as well. In the Journal of Microbiology and Antimicrobials published a study in 2011 that tested just how effective ginger is in enhancing immune function, comparing the ability of ginger to kill Staphylococcus aureus and Staphylococcus pyogenes, which are the ones that the bacteria that causes stomach viruses and all that stuff. It helps comparing the ability to with conventional, it kind of kills these bacteria like antibiotics. Nigerian researchers discovered that the natural solution won every time. The drugs chloramfenicol, ampicillin, and tractocillin just couldn't stand up to the antibacterial prowess of ginger extract.
Wow.
This is very important because these two bacteria are extremely common in hospitals and oftentimes cause complications to an already immune-compromised patient. Now, if you need to go to the hospital for surgery or to visit a friend, make sure you bring some ginger essential oil with you and add a couple of drops to your water. You're less likely to get a dangerous staph infection, and it can help speed the healing process. Other healing remedies
or oregano oil and things of that nature. Now, it also helps out with fungal infections. Now, one of the trickier issues to control it because they're increasingly resistant to conventional medicine. Now, fungal infections don't stand a chance against ginger. One of the 29 plant species evaluated in the Carleton University study, ginger won the prize for having the extract most effective killing fungus. Key takeaway: for a powerful antifungal punch, mix several drops of pure ginger with essential oil of tea tree and a teaspoon of coconut oil to a pot 3 times a day.
Now, it helps with ulcers and GERD. Since the 1980s, researchers have known that the ginger can cure stomach ulcers. More recently, Indian scientists have been able to more closely quantify this medicinal effect. In a study published in the journal Molecular Nutrition and Food Research, they discovered the ginger was 6 to 8 times more potent than Prevacid, the drug of choice to treat GERD. And you see, ginger has no side effects, guys, so you gotta be careful as to what you put in your body.
And also helps out with pain, people. All you people who work out, go through a lot of stuff. Ginger is known for its anti-pain property, very similar to how conception works, whatever that thing is, to relieve the pain. It must be a drug.
Yeah,
ginger oil acts on vilanoid receptors, which are located in the sensory nerve endings, similar to the initial intense burning feel when you consume spicy pepper. Ginger's burn only lasts but a second, and researchers discovered that it affects the pain pathways directly, but also relieves the inflammation, which in itself causes pain.
Yeah, and that pain also, goes hand in hand with the menstrual cramp pain that we guys go through, or we ladies go through every month. It definitely helps cure that as well. So put a little ginger in your tea or your juices. All right, now with cancer. Working with mice without immune system, University of Minnesota scientists discovered that 3 weekly feedings of ginger oil delayed the growth of colorectal cancer cells. Now, University of Michigan researchers confirmed these results with ovarian cancer. In fact, they found that ginger treatment of cultured ovarian cancer cells induced profound growth inhibitions in all cell line tested. Now, the executive producer of the Herbal Medicine Research and Education Center, Basel, advised that the most likely way to administer ginger as a painkiller would be in the form of tea taken several times a day. But more works need to be done in the amount of ginger powder needed per dose. to take effect. Alright, with diabetes.
Now the next one is diabetes. Now ginger rolls are widely known to naturally improve diabetes and to enhance insulin sensitivity. Now, building off this knowledge, a 2006 study out the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry discovered that they could also suppress sorbitol accumulation in the human blood cells and sugar-fed rats. Simply put, ginger not only helps and prevent to reverse diabetes itself, it protects against and improves diabetic complications like diabetic renopathy. All right. Also, with fasting, is going to help out with that as well.
Exactly.
Keep insulin levels nice and low.
Nice and low.
All right. Now, there's a few ways you can use ginger, people. All right. Now, there's many ways you can use it, but let's go into some of them.
Alright, now you can use raw ginger like I do. I use raw ginger all the time. You can put raw ginger in your smoothie, like I said, every morning.
That's what we do.
Or use it making homemade vegetable juice. That's what we do as well. Now, ginger essential oil. The most potent form of ginger is the ginger essential oil because it contains the highest level of gingerol. This is the #1 way ginger can be used as medicine. It can be taken internally to treat health conditions or rubbed topically with a carrier oil on the area of pain. Typically, 2 to 3 drops of essential oil is the recommended therapeutic dose.
Now here's one of my favorite, ginger tea.
I love ginger tea.
This liquid form of ginger is commonly used to relieve nausea, settle the stomach, and relax the body. Have 1 cup or 2 3 times a day to reduce inflammation. Also, adding a bit of raw honey and lemon in a tea makes itself taste great. And the last one is ginger powder. Now, they say using ground ginger powder for cooking is an excellent way to take advantage of this super spice. They use it in making curry, homemade pumpkin pie, and ginger berry smoothie for breakfast. It can also be taken in supplement form as capsule with a recommended dose of 1,000 milligrams per day. So as you know, ginger is a beast.
Yes,
it does more than I even thought it did before I researched it. We used to always take it.
Put you onto it.
And she put me onto it.
Yeah.
I knew about it, but I didn't know about it to this point. I just drank the tea, for my stomach aches. But being that, I don't really get that anymore because I eat healthy and my stomach and my intestinal tract is good through my fasting and things of that nature. I need less and less, but it helps out with so many other things. So besides that,
wait, hold on. Before we leave, watch. I understand that we do take a lot of ginger ale, the soda, for stomach aches as well. I mean, I know it may work somewhat, but it's best to go with the natural root itself by juicing it. Like we said, putting it in a smoothie and drinking as tea, it will have less sugar content in it.
Yeah, you look at the carbs in ginger ale, it's wild.
It's
and the sugar,
ridiculous.
it's
yeah,
wild.
The carbs and the sugar is ridiculous. So, kind of stay away from the artificial ginger, which is ginger ale, and start making your own ginger ale, so to speak.
So, besides that, this is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity.
And I'm Alana, aka Mrs. In10sity.
And our job is to
invoke thought
and help awaken the world's consciousness.
One person at a time.
Hopefully, that person is you.